We go up to the gallery on the second floor from here. If we run into it, stops are moving. Okay. Since I got you guys here, I had a question. So when I get to Xenosaga, oh, how magnificent. Is it like 3 self-contained stories? Or is it kind of like Dot Hack where it's really just one story split into 3 games? If we ever got scolded for pranks as kids, Bart and I used to hide here. Hey, stop telling those old stories, it's embarrassing. But to me, Bart hasn't changed much since then. What? What? You mean you think I'm still a kid? More like Dot Hack. Okay. I like from the view from here for the best. Huh. Yes, this is the breathtaking. Light from outside shining through the stained glass of the cathedral's front. What a brilliant piece of artistry this is. Did you notice that the 2 great angels only have 1 wing each? Oh my god, it's Sephiroth! According to legend handed down in Nisan, God could have created humans perfectly, but then humans would not have helped each other. So that is why these great single-winged angels symbolizes, in order to fly, they are dependent on one another. Ah, so that is the reason for it. I see. On further inspection, the left angel looks somewhat masculine, while the right one looks somewhat feminine. Now that is an unusual feature, is it not? Usually these depictions are not gender specific, but these angels are clearly distinguishable as having opposing genders. And the space between them is the path from where God advents. Or could it be the path leading to God? Well, I do not know. It could be either, or even both. Now I see. This all coincides with the teachings of Nisan. Why, Dr. Saiten Nazuki, you are an amusing fellow. Oh, excuse me. It is a habit of mine. The doc knows a lot about a lot of things. Sometimes I can't even understand what he's talking about. Forcing them to fly together. It would be less bothersome if they could fly on their own, don't you think, Faye? Bart, you missed the deeper meaning and beauty of it. Someday, I wish I could be help with someone like that. Oh, we haven't visited the room of Sophia yet, have we? You're really supposed to go through some procedures before you can see it. But this time I think it'll be alright if I make a special exception. Sophia? Yes, Sophia. She is revered as the founding mother of the Nisan nation, and the founder of the Nisan religion who set forth its teachings. There's a special room upstairs that has a portrait of Mother Sophia in it. I would definitely like to view that, Faye. Let's have a look at it. Okay. Doop, doop, ba-doop. For a game that was apparently rushed to finish production, it likes to take its time sometimes. It's farther on in. Okay. They would stand right in the middle of it. Oh my, what an exquisite portrait. And the beautiful young lady portrayed is quite beyond comparison, too. What is more, this looks rather familiar. What do you think, Faye? So I was just thinking the same thing. The hair is different color, but the atmosphere or personality about her is exactly the same. What? Hair color? What do you mean? What do I mean? Look! It's the girl I met in the forest. Wait, what? Sophia looks like Ellie? It's Ellie. I mean, there's something about her that's just like Ellie. You don't think so? Yes, now that you mention it, she does resemble Ellie. But that's not what I was talking about. I meant that the brush technique and overall style used in this picture is similar to yours. Really? Okay. There's another girl that looks like Ellie, who also kind of looks like the family from the ship captain a little bit at the beginning, although that might just be me. And the person who painted this painting paints like Faye. And this is from the founding of this religion. Are Faye and Ellie like reincarnating or something? Like, are they clones? Or don't answer, obviously, but what the hell? Does it? First of all, I'm nowhere near as good as an artist. No, it's very similar to your style. But somehow I can sense an atmosphere of sadness in this picture. She's smiling, but in a way gives the impression that she's anxious. Perhaps the picture is reflecting her inner self. Or perhaps it is the inner feelings of the artist being conveyed. Ah, if you look closely, you will notice that the painting is not completely finished. The artist put his brushes down when it was never near completion. Why is that? I don't know. But my grandmother might have known about it. Oh, what if we ask Agnes? She may know something. Sure. Alright then, I'll be with Sister Agnes. Well, shall we head back into town for now? Yes, alright. But this painting has caught my curiosity. Do you mind if I speak to Sister Agnes before we head back to town? Yeah, okay. I mean, we'll stop by our room on the way out. That cross. Oh, wait. What? Lacan? Is something wrong, Faye? You look like you're daydreaming. No, it's nothing. Is the cross she's wearing the cross that he keeps seeing right before he goes crazy? Can I see the picture again? Like the one on the necklace that's like, you know? Hard to tell from that pic from here. Looks similar. Like Faye's gonna have like an exceptionally sad backstory by the time we're done with all this. It's a little disappointing to hear that the Xenosaga games are like dot hack. I mean, it's exciting because we're gonna play them all as one. But man, if you had played them separately, I hated the dot hack games when they came out because like they didn't all come out at once. So like they just ended on like cliffhangers and they were really short because they really were just like one game that had been cut up. I want to see my own eyes what will become of this country. Preparations should be starting near the border of this sex country for the charge by the Royal Capital's army. But a miscalculated move directed at the enemy is certain to backfire. So we'll be taking covert action for a while. I'm on my way there now, but I thought I'd offer a prayer before I go. As a matter of fact, the guy next to me and I were born here. Years ago, we both got tired of the peaceful but boring life here, so we ran away from home. But we both ended up enlisting in the army. It's not that we have particularly happy memories or whatever here, it's just that after all, this is the land of our birth, so, well, you know. They certainly aren't short. Oh, that's something. Where is Sister Agnes's office? Was it one of those rooms that was empty before? Like this one? The road we must take is out there somewhere, a way out of the confusion we are now facing. The sister sitting diagonally across from me is desperately looking for that answer. Here we go. I understand you were shown Sophia's portrait. The lady portrayed in that picture is Nassan's great founding mother. Some say that it was painted at least 500 years ago. 500 years ago. Now that is quite amazing. Personally, I find it intriguing. Do you have any historical material from that period? In our hands, there are no such records left intact. All records and materials concerning Sophia have been lost. The portrait is the only thing I have left. We too do not have much knowledge about her. That is too bad. So there really is nothing left at all. For someone who has helped Marguerite, I would have loved to share them. But unfortunately, I am unable to help here. They're all complete games, they just deal with the same characters. Okay. Cool. Well, none the matter, please do not worry about it. I was just inquiring. But it does seem somewhat strange. If such a majestic building as this survived history, then it is likely a scroll or two would remain too. According to tradition, Sophia was present about 500 years ago. She sacrificed herself for the people and has been summoned to be with God. That is all I can tell you. I see. So everything was lost in the darkness. Not Siri, I see. So everything was lost in the darkness of history. I wonder what kind of person Sophia was. I would have loved to have met her. I need to turn off the thing where it listens to you. That happens like every night. We're transcribing scrolls. Scrolls over 100 years old get worn, so we renew them. It's one of our daily tasks. Why does war never disappear from the world? To me, it is clear that it is meaningless. Perhaps it is our fate to be forever at discord with each other. Alright. Well, Let's head out back out into the city, I guess. I'm not sure where we're headed next. But I imagine something's gonna happen. We'll get attacked or something. Some kind of inciting incident is incoming. It's too peaceful. Can't last. Young master. The people of Nisan were most generous to allow us to rent this house, so there will be no need to seek lodgings at the inn for a while. Also, Master Sigurd wishes to a word with you regarding your next move, if he may. Alright, so where's Sig? The good Master Sigurd is waiting for you inside. Okay, thanks, Mason. Whenever I come here, it always calms my heart. Anyway, young master, I want to work out what our plans are from here. Alright? But before we do that, there's something I want to ask you. Me? Yeah. Sig, what's up with you and that Gebler officer? What's the connection between you and him? You know, you sure know a lot about Gebler for some reason. Well, we're gonna get some information here finally. All right, I'll tell you. Me and Seitan here. We used to live in Solaris. Solaris. You mean where Gebler's from? That's right. Solaris calls foreigners lambs. They are used as manual labor. Basically, it's slavery. Slavery? Hey, Beldejor, I am loving this game so far. It's an older game, so it doesn't have all the conveniences of newer ones, but the story's been great. And the combat system's pretty fun. Is that where you met him? Yes, it was there. We worked for the Solaris government for a short while, but we learned to dislike their methods. And escaped the first chance we had. Well, Seitan's totally still working for the Emperor, right? You were friends with these people. I met you when I was a kid, and we've been together ever since. So this would have had to have happened before even then. I probably wouldn't have understood this if I had heard it earlier, but why didn't you think I could deal with it now? Surely you could have told me about this. Especially when you had something to do with the people who are backing the Shakan idiot. I wish you'd told me sooner. There's nothing I can do about that now. But there's one thing I want you to believe. We left Solaris on our own will and for our own reasons. Now they've appeared before us, we can't just sit back and do nothing. If needs be, I will give my life to stop them. All right, I understand. But can you elaborate a little more? Where is Solaris? What bugs me is this. The surface dwellers thing. It's as if Solaris is another location, like up in the clouds or something. Yes, well... Oh, I've been thinking they were underground. Are they like in a flying city? Etrenank. Entrenank. I don't know how to pronounce that. Etrenank. The capital of Solaris Empire is located in the skies above. Ah, dude, I've been thinking about this all wrong. Solaris is separated from the land by dimensional distortion fields known as gates. Passing between the two requires special means of transportation, such as an airship. Etrenak. To get to Ave, we stowed away on a regular flight to the surface. I came much later than Sigurd did, but I also escaped in the same way. Wow, okay, so it's a flying city. Or country. It can't be, yeah, it must be like a city. What are lambs? We kind of know this. That is the word Solarians use to indicate those who live on Earth. As I said before, such surface dwellers or earth dwellers are used for manual labor there. Manual labor could be anything from soldiers to administrative jobs. Solaris gathers its workforce from the land dwellers. Jobs are divided up by who is most suitable. Sometimes people are brainwashed. Brainwashed? When you, young master, were still an infant, I was used as a test subject. There was probably something they valued inside of me. You too, Doc? No. I was born in the lower city levels. It is not a complete secret. But I guess I am a Solarian. You see, you still need people to run a country. No matter how scientifically advanced you are, you have no support without people. Pure Solarians are rare. They would not even make up a quarter of Ave's total population, so they support their country by stealing surface dwellers. Who is that man? His name is Karen Ramses. As you know, he's the Gebler commander. Ramses. We call him Kar. In Solaris, there is an officer training school called Jugend. He became the commander after leaving there. He's a lower level citizen the same as me. However, with his amazing abilities, after graduating he rose through the ranks with unparalleled speed. That man has one ideal: to achieve a consolidation of all his colleagues. Even land dwellers, if they had talent, were brought into the army. So you two were picked by Ramses. No, we were not picked by him. We aligned ourselves with him. At that time, we agreed with him. At the time, Ramses was our hope. He had high ideals and wanted to change the system in Solaris. To us, test subjects and lower-level citizens, he was truly all that we wished for. A benefactor. Yes. Even I, a test subject, was changed by his ideals. Why did you leave? And so why was it that you wanted to flee from Solaris? We were placed in key military positions by Ramses, and thanks to that we came to know the relationship between Solaris and the surface dwellers. The lambs, right? They weren't just using us lambs for slave labor. They also selected some of us like me to be used as subjects in experiments to refine their drugs. Drugs that change people's personalities to make them more aggressive and to draw out their latent abilities. They were using us as human guinea pigs to test their psychological alteration drugs. Human guinea pigs? Experimenting on humans? Yes, for example, drive. That drug and all others like it that are used now are byproducts of human experimentation. However, the role of such experimental subjects was not limited to just that. This drive drug is something that anyone in the Solaris army can use. At least anyone in the Gebler forces who was sent to the surface. You're worried about her, huh? I saw some in her room. No. Anyway, using slaves as guinea pigs, how low are these guys? Damn. I understand. I think I get most of it. Old Mason. Go reserve the town hall for us. We'll finish talking there. I'm going outside to get some air. Etronach. Flying City, okay. I should have been honest with him sooner. It is best not to worry about it. You did all you could at the time. The young one will understand. I am sure the young master would never have dreamed of such a tale. I guess you already knew. Well, now that you ask, yes, I did. However, when Sigurd was telling his story, I thought it was best to stay quiet. Please try and help young master come to terms with all that he has just heard. He's at the town hall. He probably means that building where we were listening in. Yeah. It was up on like the second level. Oops. Did not mean to leave. This building? He's not here. Where am I supposed to go? I figure out where we're supposed to be going here. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go to find Bart. Did he go back to Margie? Oh no, he's up there. Okay. I had no idea Sig had such a past. Are you still suspicious of Sigurd? Well, I mean, it was just so sudden. Kind of expected to hear something different, like that we were childhood rivals or something. That's nothing compared to the story you just told us, is it? So hearing his story has you confused because it's not so simple. There was a time when he was cooperating with one of Gebler's generals. Furthermore, behind Gebler was a country that you had never even heard of. What are you picking on me for? No, I'm not picking on you or blaming anything on you. What I'm saying is this. If you think about it, how he feels, then you should see why he could not talk about this with you till now. Looking at the activities of Solaris towards other countries up until now, it has never gone beyond simply maintaining their own empire or self-preservation. And as you have seen, their military power is immense, so Sigurd was probably thinking ahead. First, he was probably concentrating on taking care of the problems here on the continent of Ignis. Once things were settled here, it would give him a stronger foundation to deal with Solaris later, which is a much better plan than rushing straight into a war he knew he could not win. Quite logical, really. Sounds like you understand one another pretty well. Well, it's not like we are newly acquainted, is it? And we had talked about a lot of things up until we decided to escape from Solaris. Speaking of that, why did you leave? That Ramses guy was supposed to be a star of hope or something, wasn't he? Yes, I certainly thought so at first. But then I realized his way of thinking really was not that much of a change from the previous system. Basically, the only difference was whether they stressed people's rank and class or their skill. The words had changed, but it was still no different from what Solaris itself had been doing until then. He had no intentions of bringing everyone a better way of life. In other words, he's an elitist. I don't think I like him much either. So, Saitan, do you think I can beat Gebler? Why? Are you planning on fighting them? As long as they're working with Shakan, there's no way around it. The way things are going, I'm sure we'll have to fight them sooner or later. I suppose so, but even if we were to defeat Gebler's forces here, there's still Solaris to deal with. If we're not careful, it's possible that we may get involved in a longer war than that with Shakan. Do you not agree that continuing the way we've been going is rather hard on everyone? I think it is time we try to get help from a greater number of people. So defeating Shakan's not going to get rid of the likes of Gebler. I know what you're trying to say. To vanquish Gebler, first gain thy throne, right? First gain thy throne. You could put it that way. What do you mean, you could put it that way? But then again, maybe it is time I did something about that.